Hi, it's the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your June 2017 mid-month readings. Thank you so much for joining us here today. Welcome to any newcomers who may be with us for the first time. Thank you for all your comments, your feedback and support, all your likes and shares and subscribes. And thank you to those of you who continue to keep me so busy with personal one-on-one readings. It's a pleasure and an honor always to read for you. And a thank you to my regular clients as well for being so great with a consistent feedback and how those readings continue to play out in your lives. And if any of you are interested in a personal one-on-one reading with me, you can click on the About or Description button on my channel's homepage, which will give you a little more information in detail and also has my email address. You can feel free to email me directly at Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. I would be delighted to work with you. I do readings full-time 6 days a week, so current turnaround time is pretty quick. I'm usually able to get back with you quickly and schedule a reading almost always within a 2-week period of time, anywhere between a few days and 2 weeks, but almost always within 2 weeks. So if you're interested, send me an email and we'll go from there. I do love and romance readings, compatibility chartings, career, work, and finance, health readings, gift readings, channeled messages from past on loved ones, and so on. So send me an email if you're interested and we'll set something up. So moving right along, remember these are general readings and there's a lot of you watching, so of course they're not going to mean the same thing to the same degree and intensity for everyone watching. I mean, how could they? So make sure to check your rising and your moon sign videos as well. You may find that one of those may play out a little more predictively for you than your sun sign video, and it just provides you with additional clarification and gives a more cohesive picture of what's going on in your life. So moving right along, this reading is for Virgo, the earth sign of Virgo, for June 2017, mid-month. Show me what the remainder of June has in store for the earth sign of Virgo. Virgo, show me Virgo, June 2017, mid-month. Okay, Virgo, we begin with Strength, followed by the Knight of Swords. Seems to be a same current theme among the signs I've done so far with mid-month, about speaking the truth about something. Next to that, we have the Seven of Pentacles, followed by the Six of Swords. So 2 cards for each remaining 2 weeks, with an additional 5th card from the bottom of the deck representing general overall energy and general advice. And we have Judgment as overall energy and advice, guidance. Common themes so far for the signs for mid-month. Okay, Virgo. So we find ourselves around the middle of June 2017, time being somewhat fluid, as I always say, with the energy of the major arcana card of Strength, followed by the Knight of Swords. So Strength is a card that represents the strength that really comes from often from looking at ourselves, having the courage to look at ourselves, to face our fears, our doubts, our insecurities, wrestle with our own demons. Sometimes the strength that it takes to do that and the strength that we gain by doing that, going through it and coming out on the other side. It's not the kind of, look at my big muscles, wave your sword around kind of brute force. It's about looking at ourselves, looking at what we perhaps don't like about ourselves or a certain situation or where we are in our path in life, and looking at what we can do to change it, what we can do for to change ourselves, aspects of ourselves, facing those things and facing just the things that we're fearful about, that we may be insecure about, facing our fears, wrestling with our demons and coming out the other side of it with our head held high and moving forward courageously as this woman is doing. She has tamed this wild beast, this lion, which is symbolic for fears, doubts, insecurities, wrestling with your demons, facing what you're afraid of and going through it instead of avoiding it or trying to run after it. And she's done it with love and acceptance and a gentleness almost, which enables her to move forward courageously. Now, What are we needing strength about, Virgo? That strength card is paired with the Knight of Swords. So here we have air energy. The Suit of Swords in the tarot is about, it's a mental, cerebral, intellectual energy. It's about what goes on up in our heads. It's about our words and our ideas and our perceptions and our belief systems and how we communicate those. It's also about truth and illumination and sometimes higher education and learning. Knights are the deliverers of the tarot. They typically represent offers or opportunities being brought to you or you extending them outwards. They can also represent the speed at which a situation moves, because knights do tend to be somewhat spontaneous and impulsive and rather single-minded, because that's what they were there to do, achieve missions and quests and bring back results. So the Knight of Swords would be bringing or delivering news or information of some kind. Sometimes the Knight of Swords can represent an inconvenient truth, or a truth that might be difficult or challenging to accept or to deliver, because it's maybe one of those things we call a hard truth, something which may be difficult to accept, but is the truth nonetheless. And sometimes it can represent that the way it's delivered seems rather blunt and to the point, which makes it sometimes difficult to take as well. So paired with the Strength card, you're going to be on one side of the story or the other, Virgo. Some of you need to say something. There's a truth that needs to be spoken or a conversation that needs to be had. There's something that you need to speak out about, something that's a truth for you that you're holding inside that you need to speak out about. It could be within a personal relationship. Again, whatever sector of your life, it's going to resonate for some in relationships, and for others it could be in a work situation or a project situation. But I feel like it involves another person or a group of people. And for some of you, it may be a decision. Some of you, it's facing up to the truth of a situation. Maybe a conversation needs to be had, communication needs to be had. You need to really speak what you're really feeling strongly about. Some of you, it's about a truth, a reality that you've been afraid to face. It's there nonetheless, but you've been afraid to face it. And it's about having the strength and courage to kind of face it and make your decisions after that, because facing it will put you in a position where you have to make decisions and take action about that, which is sometimes what holds us back from facing certain truths, because we know if we do, we have to do something about it. And it does take a lot of strength and courage to do that, whether this is in a personal relationship or within a work situation or even a career path for some of you. And I feel like for some of you, it puts you in a position of needing to take really a look at how you've been investing in this relationship, in this job, in this career path. Could be even a path of spirituality, because next to that, around the last week of June, we have the Seven of Pentacles followed by the Six of Swords. So Pentacles is earth energy. In the tarot, the Suit of Pentacles often manifests about the things in our lives we can see and touch and feel, the tangible things that are in the concrete day-to-day world we live in, often things like money, finances, job, resources, career, etc. Tangible things or tangible results of the energy we put into something. So the Seven of Pentacles is a card of reflection and assessment. It's harvest time, meaning it's about taking a look, having the courage, again, to take a look at the reality of a situation. The Seven of Pentacles is looking at what you've invested in this, whether it's a relationship of some kind, could be a personal romantic relationship or a friendship, or a job or a career path or a project, or even a spiritual path. Looking at what you've gained from it so far. What have you invested in it? What have you gained from it so far? Is it worth continuing to invest in? Is it worth continuing to stay in? Or should you just harvest it, take what you can and leave, or should you continue to invest in it and grow the same crop, or should you stay and maybe grow a different crop or try to tweak it somehow to make it better if you stay and continue to invest in it? So having the strength and courage to look at the truth, to look at the reality of a situation, the truth of a situation. Perhaps this includes, for some of you, having a conversation with someone about how you really feel, what you've been keeping from them. So it's reflecting and assessing whether or not you should basically continue to invest of yourself in this relationship or job or career path or spiritual path, whether you can change it or transform it somehow, or whether you should just make a decision to move on from it and seek out something else. I think a lot of you, you're thinking about whether to leave or not leave this relationship or leave this job or leave this career path or leave whatever it is that because I feel there's a sense of not being happy or not feeling fulfilled, um, regardless of what area of your life that it's reflecting in, depending on, which Virgo you are watching this. That Seven of Pentacles is paired with the Six of Swords. Six of Swords is a card of moving away from something, but something maybe which has been challenging or painful or chaotic or unsatisfying. If you could see the water behind this boat, it would be choppy and wavy and turbulent. The Six of Swords is about moving away from a chaotic time and place, a challenging or painful or imbalanced, unhealthy time and place or situation or relationship, and moving into a place as she is, moving into these waters that are more peaceful and serene and placid. It's a card which has a strong theme of peace and restoration and healing. It's a quiet card. The energy can be sometimes a little somber, but it's positive and it's transitional, meaning the worst is behind you. It's about leaving the worst behind you. You're not quite to the other side yet where everything is settled and the healing time is over, but you're moving towards it. You're moving out of that unhealthy or unsatisfying, whatever it is you're leaving behind, and you're moving into a better and more balanced, more peaceful time in your life. So again, having the strength and courage to look at the situation you're in, the job you're in, the relationship you're in. What have you put into it? What are you getting out of it? If you're not happy, can you stay and change it somehow to make it better? Or should you make a decision to split from this and move on from something else? That's kind of what it looks like the last couple of weeks are about for you, Virgo, just kind of reflecting and assessing and spending some time in contemplation about that. And being careful about the decisions that you make, too, considering everything before you make any decisions. We're not being spontaneous or impulsive or hasty here, which is underscored by your crowning card, your overall energy and guidance, which is the major arcana card of Judgment. Judgment is a call to action, but it's a careful call to action. It asks you to step back, be contemplative, look at everything, consider everything, weigh everything out, the pros and cons. If you do this, what are the potential consequences? If you do that, what are the potential consequences? Because Judgment has an air of finality about it as well, meaning whatever you set into motion, whatever choice you make, decision you make, path you take, you're not going to really be able to reverse it. It's going to set something in motion and set the stage for something for quite some time for the next portion of your life. So be careful in what you decide to do and consider everything very carefully before you make any final decisions. So Virgo, that pretty much wraps up your June 2017 mid-month reading. It looks like the next couple of weeks are maybe thinking about things, weighing things out, if there's a conversation that you need to have about how you really feel with someone or a group of people, then you need to do that too, and consider everything carefully before you make certainly any life-changing or life-altering decisions. Be careful in doing that and make sure it's really what you want. So take the next couple of weeks to kind of be in that reflective energy. So Virgo, I hope you've enjoyed this reading. I hope it's brought you a little bit of insight and clarity. Thank you very much for watching it. Again, if any of you are interested in a personal one-on-one reading with me, feel free to email me directly at Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. I would be most happy to work with you. You can also find me through that same email address on PayPal for those of you who care to donate to the channel. And thank you very much for those of you who have and continue to donate in support of my channel. It's very gratefully and graciously accepted. Thank you so very much. I will see you all again in a couple of weeks for the July 2017 general readings. And until then, Virgo, remember that I always wish you joy, peace, blessings, and a happy life. And I hope to see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.